Alright, we are going first on this one. We are playing Horus Gate Guardian. Not a bad hand to start off with. Using that Shadow Ghoul will be able to get us our field spell, and the field spell is really good at getting us our pieces. We're going to get the Sangha and then have Magician Souls. Magician Souls on board to send to draw to. Now that double spell is really good in the grave because that means we will get an extra piece of interaction where we can banish and try to get one of our pieces into rotation. Now we're going to use a Nesty and Happy here to go into a zombie vampire. Get some mills. We really want to mill that last piece, and unfortunately we don't, but we mill the dark element and that will do the same exact thing. Now Gate Guardian will also get us our spell in Kazin, and we are going to banish the one Kazin engrave and get the Gate Guardian combined, as well as use the two Magician Souls on board to get an IP Masquerena, so we can have an SP on our opponent's turn. Now this is a pretty generic board for the deck. We could add a little bit more, but we'll see how it goes down. Our opponent tries to use the BrandoAKAMiracle card set that adds 2. I use the Ash, and we chain Imperm on that as well. This card is very dangerous for BrandoAKAMiracle. It is add 2, and I feel like I couldn't let that resolve, and it makes sense why my opponent surrendered. Alright, another going first game for you guys. Our opponent has the Maxi, but luckily for us, we did open up the Called By as well. We opened up a Nesty as well. This is not a bad hand at all, especially because we can use the Nesty to draw 2. And that's what we will do. We'll pitch the Dark Element just in case our opponent does have an Ash. No Ash, which is really good. Our draw there wasn't the best in drawing another King Sark, but that's fine. We're going to pitch the Water guy to get our Happy. Now, we're going to use a Nesty and Happy to go into Zombie Vampire. Either way, Zombie Vampire is going to get his mills off. Our opponent actually does have the Veiler, so the mills are not going to get off, which is unfortunate, but we do have at least some interaction in Imperm. Our opponent's left with 3 cards. Hopefully this will be enough to kind of clutch it out. Not the best hand starting off with Gate Guardian, but our opponent reveals a fire move. Very generic one. Looks like he was just trying to use that to board wipe us on this effect resolve. Now I'm going to Imperm this because, hey, I'd rather keep my effects all good. Next up, we're going to use our Zombie Vampire to... I didn't mean to switch it to defense mode. I actually meant to use its effect. That's fine. Our opponent actually does have the Ash now for the Zombie Vampire. Could have got a little bit more damage off, but that's fine. We're going to use a Nesty and Happy. We're going to also use Foolish Burial to send a Sangha, just in case we do draw it. Now we're going to get rid of the Kirin, but use the Happy with King Sark to get rid of the Gunatrix so it can't come back. Now our opponent has nothing else. We're going to draw for turn, and Labyrinth Tank is a really good draw. We're only missing 1 piece, and that gave us the final piece to finish off the Gate Guardian combined, but our opponent does surrender on resolution. Alright, opening up with the Heavy Metal Tank. That's really good. We opened up all of the other pieces, so there is Gate Guardian combined. We pass on a Labyrinth Heavy Tank as well as our Gate Guardian combined. Our opponent is playing any type of deck. You really can't tell what he's on right now, but he does have the cross out for the Maxi, so that means we're not going to be playing under Maxi for this one, but that's fine. Our opponent's left with 3 cards in hand, and he summons the Black Metal Dragon. The Black Metal Dragon makes me reveal that he is on some kind of Dragon Link engine, and he is going to use these Dragon Link cards to get out the Boot Sector launch, as well as get out the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Now Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is a really dangerous card. He can special summon that Black Metal Dragon right back, go into a Link 2, and then get Romulus. Now he's going through generic Dragon Link combos. We'll see what he can do against Gate Guardian combined. Sending for that Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, as well as getting the Dragons Ravine. Dragon's Ravine, he is going to activate right away and send the boot sector launch to get the Astro Rocket Dragon into rotation. There it goes, Rocket Tracer as well, Chaos Base also. He's going to send the Flare to get out a Bestial Lubellion, and he's going to use that Lubellion to get himself access to Magna Hut. Magna Hut banishing the driver, gonna get a search, get the Tracer into rotation as well, and he's gonna send off for the Rocket Recharger to get access to Guardian Dragon Pisty. Now he's gonna use one more Link fodder here, and it's actually Synchro fodder. He's gonna go into Bestial Dispatter, and Bestial Dispatter will bring back that Striker Dragon he used earlier. That lets Guardian Pisty trigger, and he will have his materials to go into his Link 5. Now, going into the Delinquist Dragon is a little bit extra here, but he gets another Red Eyes Metal Dragon. He's going to pop that, return the Recharger to hand, and he's going to bring back the Recharger as well as bring back the Rocket Tracer. Now he goes into a Link 5 here, and the Link 5 is going to be Borland Dragon. This card is very dangerous. Fortunately for us, he can't hit over Gate Guardian combined with that thing. Now he's going to negate Tracer to go into a Synchro 8, and the Synchro 8 of choice is going to be Warlord Savage Dragon. Now this is a really good board for Dragon Link. Getting that Romulus in the back row, he's going to attack my tank, and then attempt to attack the Gate Guardian combined, but it won't do anything. He realizes now that he has no actual way in his deck to out the Gate Guardian combined, so he does surrender. Alright, going first with an interesting hand, we opened up Horus as well as the Suijin. We're going to draw 2 here. Hopefully we can hit something good. Zephyros is not bad at all. We're going to use Zephyros. We're going to use our King Sark to pitch that guy to get us access to Sangha. Now we're going to bring back Happy and Anesti. Our opponent reveals the Bestial Serenera. Hey, I'll just discard another guy to get Anesti back, and that's completely fine with me. Now we use Anesti and our Happy to go into the Zombie Vampire like we always do. Hopefully we get some good mills. Our opponent, unfortunately for us, does have the Veiler for our mills, so that will not be coming in the right way. We decide to go with the aggressive route and using Zephyros and the Zombie Vampire to go into SP Little Knight. I use SP Little Knight to banish the Serenare. I really don't want my opponent to start off with anything, and plus SP Little Knight can be interruptible in some type of way. My opponent reveals the Allure of Darkness. I'm not going to allow my opponent to draw 2 cards, but he does have the Crossout. Now the Crossout kind of shows that he needs these 2 cards to get going, and we'll see what he gets. He banishes Chaos Ruler. He does get the Druis Worm, pitching our Anesti, and he just goes to battle to take out our SP Little Knight. Now that's fine with me. I'll have to figure out some way to figure this out this guy. Veiler's not a bad card to have in hand either. Looks like Maxi is going to activate. That's kind of making my decisions a little bit more for me. I'm going to stall out for a turn. I don't see a way my opponent can get lethal. Even if he's linking off, I don't see him getting that rest of the damage he would need. Now Striker Dragon, he gets the Cory Dragon back, but even with those 2 guys on board, he's still off by about 1,000 points of damage. He uses the White Dragon and the Striker Dragon to go into an SP to get rid of the King Sark. Now unfortunately for him, I win this long haul game because I have draw into the Shadow Ghoul. He does have the Veiler for that. Makes sense why he would Veiler that, because that I only need 1 more piece. But the funny part is I have the King Sark in hand. I'm going to use the Effect Veiler to get the Anesti, and my opponent is going to surrender there. Little long haul game, but you know, Dragon Link and Gate Guardian seem to have similar types where They are linear engines that need their cards to resolve. Right, we're going first on this one. A really good hand. Gonna use the Labyrinth Wall Shadow to start off. Our opponent does have the Imperm. That is unfortunate for us. We could have at least ended on a spell and trap removal guy, but this will make it a little bit longer for us. Wall Shadow is really cool though, and it stops monsters with under 16 or less in certain levels from attacking. So this is a long haul game that we kind of have the advantage for now. I'm going to use Max C and get as many draws as I possibly can throughout this. I mean, while Monica is a pendulum summoning engine, we're also going to use Called By to remove that card. Outing a Ghost Bell in the opponent's hand, very surprising seeing that hand trap being played. We draw into the Shadow Ghoul, which is really nice. We're also going to see our opponent go off for a Pendulum Summon, drawing the one he added to hand earlier, as well as getting a card added to his hand. Now we're still in a really good spot. We have access to 2 of 3 of our Gate Guardian combines, but our opponent's going to keep going. He still needs to hit over our card somewhat to do something. He's going to banish that to deal 500 to get another spell, and that will also decrease my monster's attack points. Now he's going to go into a rank 4, and the rank 4 of choice is going to be Gallant Granite, and this will let me draw an additional card, but then my opponent surrenders for some reason. Maybe he already had the card he needed in hand and it needed to be searched, or something like that. Alright guys, now on to the deck. Alright guys, so this is the deck list of choice for today's video. I'm playing Gate Guardian Horus. This deck is super cool and it was really fun to play. Cards that are really crazy, of course, you got the Horus engine getting you into Zombie Vampire to get you any mills that you desperately needed. And also, it's very simple to get out the boss monster in Gate Guardian combined. I really enjoy this list with these extra pieces. If you can combo hard enough, you can get access to an IP, an SP, as well as an Appaloosa. We're running Underworld Goddess because sometimes there's cards that you just cannot out. Like if that Borland match would have went on any longer, we would have had to use Underworld Goddess to out it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you guys are enjoying the content, and I'll see you guys next time.